everywhere. Green. So right now the plan is to find all the hidden slide rails discovered. The codes for the vault dimension. So there's a secret location. Trying to remember, there's one kind of by the moon. That's in the River Lowlands. Okay, Cinder Isles. I'm trying to oh, that's the one that's on top of the rocks with the trees and stuff. I found Hideburn figure. Lights are wish and passage. Okay, I might have to. It's been a little while. Where do I find that hidden? Right, I remember. Okay, so we went to... Okay. We went to the movie theater room. Where it turns out that's where they burned everything. And then that led us to the place, that was like the hidden room in the gorge place where we could find one of the first hidden slide reel. I'm trying to remember what was on that first hidden slide reel. I don't remember. Maybe we'll have to stop by. Oh, buckle up. Oh, whoops. I was pressing the wrong button. Oh. Out we go. Where she blows. Also, as I ended my last stream, I saw Enrot, one of the viewers, posted in the chat, "It just gets spookier from here." Like, it only gets spookier from here. That's what he said. And I was just like, great. Exactly what I needed. Okay, so there should be a hidden slide reel, like, up there. If I do remember correctly. It's been a while since I played this game, and things have been a little bit crazy, so I have had to cancel some streams. But we didn't have a stream yesterday. Back on. Like one of the first slide reels we ever watched. Watch this one too? We had to have found that one. I don't remember this having this room. I'm actually really curious. Making our way uptown. Oh, wait, we've seen this place. This must be what it's talking about. We just never, I guess we've never found out what's been in here. Hi Liz, good to have you. What? We've never been in here. How have we never found this? almost slammed in my face. Could have really hurt. Is it the same way? Spooky. Inrot said as the stream was ending that it only gets spookier from here, so... Oh, wait. This must be on the other side of the stranger. Okay, maybe we have to do this. Doesn't really take us anywhere. Go to the wrong. How's your day been going, Liz? It has been going well. Okay, we might have to cruise back to the secret locations. Right around this, because maybe I don't remember correctly where all the secret locations are. Although I think there was one up here. Right. Oh, we gotta go this way now. Ugh. We gotta make it to that rightmost one. I feel like we're getting pretty close to like figuring out tons of stuff. Maybe we'll figure out what the deal with the vault is. I don't know, the vault seems like sentient. Whatever's inside it. Or it seems to be able to communicate at least, kind of like how the Eye of the Universe does. Hi Inrot, good to have you. We're finally having streams again. I was just saying, at the end of our last Outer Wilds stream, I saw that you had spoken in chat after I'd cut off the stream, saying it only gets spookier from here. That happened before? Oh, I have my signal scope out. I was like, what is that sound? I must have been able to hear the ring moving a lot easier. Okay. I don't really remember the hidden locations. Are the hidden locations... Can't remember if they're in the movie? Slide burning place? I think so. Inrot says, what did we learn from the first hidden reel that we got? The one that we found in the painting. I'm trying to remember. Inrot says, I expect some good stuff tonight. I have my popcorn ready. Okay, well, we're gonna find the other hidden reels. I just have to go and double check where they are. Oh shoot, my book that I had the codes written on. Hold on for a second. Oh, here we go, I got it. I don't know why whenever I push escape, it always like clicks twice. So this one we wanted the moon, the Saturn-like planet, 2 stars. Okay, that's right. And then we could go this way to the movie theater room. Okay, let's see. Oh. So right there, island. I take a picture with my phone. I was even looking up there and I didn't see anything like abnormal. And I was like walking past, or I guess going past in the raft. That's the one in Cinder Isle, or Island. Wait a second. Okay, so maybe we weren't looking in the right place for this one. And then the other one we've already got. Yeah, okay. This just showed them burning the slides. Yes. Okay. Oh, it has to go up. So we need to look for a building that has like little wing like symbols on it. I don't really know how to describe those symbols. Oh, I didn't see the reel that I found last time. You're right, Enrot. Nope. Ugh. That's right, because we restarted. The day restarted, but we still got the achievement for looking at it, but we never actually got a chance to look at it. I think we come out here. It's in there. Wait, or is it? Oh, it's in this building over here. Thank you for reminding me that we haven't actually seen that reel, because no wonder I couldn't remember. I was like, what did we see last time? Okay. Alright, we saw the strange artifact. Pick this boy up. Oh. Run. Oh. And we have to do this whole thing. Try to get it to... Okay. Boom. First try. That was really nice. I don't think that there was much up here. Oh, was this just a shortcut to the... Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, perfect. So now we actually get to watch this. Ooh. So... Oh, that's one of the symbols on the vault. Will we be able to see the code before it was destroyed? I know that place. What? Secret tunnel. Oh, holy cow, there's a lot to unpack here. Okay. So, the way to get that symbol, I'm gonna draw a little shape of. That's not the one that we can just turn off, I don't think. Is to go to the fire pit. And then walk across by the, not by the hand, but by the little extinguish place. Turn out the building, then go into the building. Oh, baby. Okay. Wow. Okay, yeah, we really needed to see that. Okay. Rod's asking if I remember that door. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's a door in the other dimension. That if I were to go into that building, would find it. But I could be wrong. The dam's already broken. We need to find building with those symbols. I'm thinking it might be the one that's right over here. Rot says yeah. Don't really see anything. Oh. Actually, that kind of looks like it. And scoot over in time. Oh, and Rot says his yeah was delayed. I know that is one of the difficult things with like chat. And then sometimes like I assume, unless I specifically wait, I just assume, oh, this is what he must have been talking about, and it could totally be something different. Oh, I need to put away my signal scope. That's so annoying. Like headache-inducing ASMR. Here you go. So, hopefully I don't have to come here. Now, maybe this design is on most buildings. And I don't really have it on this one. Cat might be like reeling from me leaving, but it's okay. We can come back if we need to. Beth, welcome, welcome. Saying hello. I've got you on in the background at work, so I will be in and out. Half lurk. Not a problem. We love lurkers around here. We appreciate. Okay. Graceful jump onto the boat. Get on the boat. Thank you. Okay, and hopefully we can make it through unscathed. It might be a bit hard to find where we're supposed to go, because the dam has now collapsed and everything's underwater. For example, I thought that this was going to be... This is it! Hold on just a second. That is it. And Rot letting Seth know the screams will tell you when she's found something. No, I'm getting swept away. Oh. Okay, well, I guess we'll come back to that one. So now what we need to do is right up there. I want my signal scope. Right up there, there should be something of interest. But I see not a thing. I see not a thing of interest at all. Oh, I'm gonna... Oh no. Help! Okay. How can we get up there? Lost our boat. Do I have to go all the way around again? Oops. Okay, I guess I've accepted my fate. Get rid of that signal scope so people aren't just listening to static. The raft here. Let's go, boys. I mean, this water's calm enough. We can probably, like, just backpedal. Go this way. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're running out of fuel. Whoa, dang. Oh, my chance to do this is running out. Okay. I feel like we should be able to make it on top of here. I guess not. Okay. Back again in the water. Let's just sail through on this lazy river. Oh no. The electrical wires are in the water. I'm gonna be killed. Maybe it's for the best, you know? That run, I think we kind of had a curse of unluckiness. I must just be missing something super obvious. Is there just like a hidden button? Something. I need to get there and, like, do a closer inspection. Hey, Slate. How's it going, brother? Okay. Pulling up my old photo that I took of that location, but I feel like we're right on the money as to where it is. It's just, I don't see anything mysterious. Man, and after finding the other one so well, I was like, totally got it. And here's the thing, is I think we have to get there before the dam breaks. I think if the dam breaks at the first one, we won't be able to find it. I think it's gonna be submerged underwater. And I think it's already partially been destroyed. So I think we're gonna have to take some steps to figure out where it is. Just crash land in here like a pro. And kablamo. Okay, so let's take a look. We have this building. Liz is laughing at the crash land like so. Wait, what's that? So that goes to the other building. What we're looking for is something hidden in this little garden. Hello? Hey now, we found a grate. Wait, that goes up, can I fit in there? Okay, more eerily and spooky destroyed reels. Maybe. Jetpack. So I know we gotta find a slide reel that is still intact. Uh-oh. Oh, we'll just fly out the top. But you probably could lock yourself in here if you came here and you didn't have any jetpack fuel. You wouldn't be able to get out. Okay, we got a new slide, and I'm just assuming maybe through here is another movie theater. The movie theaters in this civilization always seem to be at the end of like dark hallways. Hello, is anybody home? Okay, wait. I know where we are. Right, we're in this building. Okay. We need a lantern. Where is the nearest lantern? Was there one back here? Maybe not, but I feel like there was. Oh no, there was, because we had to take one off the... That. Ooh. They always conveniently supply a lantern for you. But since you can't carry two things at a time, that's a bit. Okay, secret slide reel out of a secret slide reels. I mean, there's been a million secret slide reels, but secret. This is gonna tell us the Deer Owl's secrets. Okay, the secret of this key. This one. This is the one that I'm pretty sure we can just turn off. So they're carrying it across the little bridge. Okay, wait, we know where that is. Oh wait, yeah, and that's the one that's been burned. So we know that that one's, like, not really gonna serve us well. I mean, we can still go check it out if we need to. I like that it kind of shows us the secret way to go. That one doesn't really help us very much. Okay, let's see if we can find a raft that we can commandeer. One over there. Ron says, yeah, that was the way you were supposed to find that place. For real? They shouldn't have made it so easy to find. But I guess it was okay to find it out of order. That's the cool thing about this game. It's like if you find it, it's just like, no problem. Still don't know everything. We're gonna jump off here. This is gonna be our stop. Oh, barely made it. Oof. Okay. Or is the answer up there? I think it's, oh, it's definitely this one. This is what I'm not sure is how to get up there. Oh, now we have to wait for the dam to break. Am I wrong? And Ot said, but you can't stop people from jumping into fire. I know, I just like, I got there and I was just like, look, I worked so hard to get to this place, and now you're telling me that there's nothing here? I was just like, we're jumping into that fire pit. Okay. Oh, barely, barely. I just out of reach. I didn't want all the way. What about up there? Ooh! Maybe. I mean, we have to wait for the dam to break anyway. Oh, baby. Not quite. Ah. There's another way to go. Another cheap, like Skyrim way. Like if I just keep jumping, like, up the mountain, I will clear this mountain and you can't stop me. And Rot's telling me to walk around, clearly frustrated by my shenanigans. There are some weird spikes here coming out of the ground. Let's see. It looks like... Wait. So if that's the river... Am I seeing this wrong? I'm looking on the picture. It looks like it actually might be over here. I have to be seeing that wrong. I mean, I guess we can just explore. Here's the white water. My phone doesn't have a very good picture. But it's kind of like equal to where the white water is. Maybe. Ow. Oh, it looked like because it was far away, it looked like a little grate. I was so sure it was up there. Bingo. Oh, so it's there. It's just under the water. It's not on top. It's underneath. How have I not found this before? Okay, how am I gonna get out of this one? Oh, there's a hole, I guess, in here where I can... Oh! Never mind, figured it out. I guess there was a hole in the floor that I totally just missed. Oh, there is. Okay. Let's take the light. We'll set it out here just so it's easier to retrieve. Wonder if you can ever beat that. Jump into this creepy jet black water. Just never trust water in video. You'll be better off for life. That's my motto, at least. It's never trust water in video games, man. Okay, we got a movie theater, boys. Okay, time to go get the lantern. Inra, how much longer do you think we have of the game? Like, are we gonna finish it today if I'm smart? Like, I'm sure if I'm, like, a little bit, dumb, or try to come up with my creative solutions, clues, then, you know, I'm sure it'll take me longer, but... I think probably next stream will be the last? Man. Your Owl's secrets. Gonna be secret no longer. Figure them out. Okay, so this symbol. You know, I just realized what a letdown when, like, the one before, where you go into the fireplace, you're probably like, oh man, yeah, let's go find the code and everything, and then you go there and it's just like burned out, and you're just like, what am I supposed to do? And now we know it's like, oh yeah, the code's burned out, but we can still turn off that thing by turning off the light or whatever, by jumping off the raft. Commentating on this game makes me sound like a crazy person. Because it's probably just like, what is she talking about? And people who have played Outer Wilds are just like, oh yeah. Okay. This place... I think I know. Just because of the little telescope. Okay, in that destroyed building, we know where that is. Taking the raft. Oh, I know exactly where that is. Like, I've come to collect. Thank you. Oh, he's gonna take it down the well. No way! Oh my gosh! We know how to turn off the well now. Okay. All right, boys. Well, I'm really definitely terrified of going down the well. Okay, the dam is breaking. Let's see, I think we have time. I don't have an artifact. Liz says, ah, scary well. It is. I don't think I have an artifact, and I'm trying to think of where I can get one quickly. Let's just, meditate. It says 2 locations to explore. Yes. Should we do the well first? Because that's super easy to get to. But I'm also most scared of the well. Is it gonna be spooky enough that I need to empty my bladder? If my bladder's like a quarter full, should I? These are the real questions. Alright. So to the well first. Which means the best place to go... I mean, we'll still go through the front. Because I think the front's gonna be the easiest. Yeah. We're gonna... I say the front. I mean, we're gonna go through that big tower that eventually will fall over. But doesn't fall over when the dam initially breaks. Bang! 10 out of 10 landing. And we'll pick up an artifact from the ghost matter place. Oh, it's so pleasing to me how quickly I've gotten. How quick I've gotten at doing this all. It makes me feel good. I'm like, I'm such a good gamer. Time to go to Sleepy Town. Uncover the sleepy secrets. I'm worried though, like I'm gonna just kill this civilization of aliens. The minute that like I open the vault or do something dumb, that my character's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just open this mystical vault that seems to be speaking to me, that this ancient civilization, you know, probably sealed away for an important reason. I'm just gonna like wipe their consciousness out of existence, I feel like. Oh dear. But I guess I shouldn't feel bad because the dam's gonna come and destroy them anyway, so. Okay, here we go. Enrot says, in quotes, I'm such a good gamer. And he's like, do you need me to remind you about your attempts to land on the comet? Look, I think my performance was nothing less than perfection. I mean, you can disagree, but maybe it's just, it comes down to artistic flair, perhaps. You know? I think flailing my body and at a fast-moving comet, hoping that it sticks to its icy surface. Beautiful way. Jump, jump. Hey. Get some candles lit up in here because it's so dark. Rod said, your body surely splatted in an artistic... Exactly. Is the hand gonna take me up there? The grabby hand? Actually, I wonder if there's any grabby hands that I can see. Oh. Get the boathouse. But I wonder if we're gonna run into that guy with wherever the... wherever the thing... packets. We don't need to go down this way. Going the wrong direction. I try to remember how to get to where I'm wanting to go. There. Right, there's an elevator that's not there. And I can't see, it's too stupidly dark. I don't know how I'm supposed to get over there, but I think that's where I need to go. Wait, where'd this handgun take me? Oh, that's right, there we go. Am I wrong in assuming that this... I thought it was in the first place. Hello? Saw those little... Oh my gosh, I went all the way around. That goes to the well. Well, how did I get to that area? Oh, this is gonna take me to the well again. Oh, I'm trying to remember where I went. I think it is in this, like, in this beginning area. Okay. Maybe there was more this way. Oh, maybe I'm like way off the mark. Okay, let's take the boat. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense because it has to be in this first area. That's not what I want. I'm gonna recognize what I'm looking for the minute I see it. And this wasn't it, because this was the thing that showed us... What? It showed us the way to get into the movie theater, I believe. Wait. Oh, conceal? Am I remembering this wrong? Not gonna let me in again? It says, looks like you forgot the way. No, it was just that the ones on either side of it are supposed to be extinguished. I don't think I even have to go this way anyway. It says, did you really forget about this place? Where are you now? I'm here. Oh, it opens the door in the other world. Never mind. That's just a... Okay. I need to find out where that stupid gangway is with, like, the mean statue at the end. And Rot's always having to keep my dumb brain in check. I am 95% certain it is here. And that just makes sense because it couldn't be in a different place. I don't even have my signal scope. I can't zoom in. Okay. So this way... It wasn't so dark. This way is just gonna take me to the Well of Souls. No, no, no. It does take me to this other building. Okay. Now let's really explore this building before we, leave. Looks like stairs. Oh, it's a roof. There goes the dam. That's a way to teleport from. What if we keep going this way? Oh, this looks like it. Maybe? No, I don't want to be here. Wait, so there was another way to go. So if we go here... Your PC crashed, Enrot? You blame me? Your blame is totally understandable. Because it was me. So I think instead of going down this way, did we figure out if we go over here? Hello? I would like a hand to suck me up. Oh, elevator. Probably no buttons for that elevator. Like, there's never any buttons for the elevators. The buttons for the elevators are only on one floor. Oh, I didn't want to go there. I need to extinguish these. If I had my jetpack, I would just leap into that dark abyss. It's not down here. Oh, what am I missing? Yeah, I'm not saying you do not want that elevator to go down. I know, because it just leads me to the well. You know what? Something that I never tried. Oh, it can't. I was like, maybe I could try taking it up. I'm hearing music. Hey, is there anything I can... Like, it's so hard to see in the distance. Is that like a hand? Like, I'm not wrong, right? It's here. Oh, wait. How did I find this? How did I find this? Hold on. Okay. Okay, right before I go to that first hand. Good grief, I could not find it. And I was like, I know it's here. I've been here. Okay, jump the caution sign. Boom. Take a little peek-see. Oh yeah, the devil himself is there. You gotta walk in the dark. Cat, don't be scared. I'm here with you. See, he can't hurt us. Can't hurt us anymore. Not sure what that does. Okay. Call the raft boy. It took me so... Wow, that's so hidden. It took me so long to find that. I don't think we're gonna have time to go into the well. Wait, what is this? Is this going up or down? Oh, please. Come back. Oh, good. I can instantly make it back. Okay, chat. Don't be scared. I'm scared with you, but we can do it together. I can seal this. Okay, baby. Oh, was that the deer owl? Like, wait a second. I think we're on the second floor of the building now. I hear an elevator going. Close. No, you didn't see me! Oh, he saw me, chat. I knew he was over there, too. And Rot says, popcorn time. Okay. I'm not gonna go to the, keep wanting to call it the Well of Souls. Did we find out that's what the name was it? That was its name? Because that seems awfully weird that I want to call it that. Since the dam's probably about a... Okay, we're done. Okay, now next time we'll actually know how to find it instead of spending the whole loop time trying to find the wooden staircase that is literally right in front of our eyes. Okay, this time we can do it. Now's the time to bust out the popcorn. Spooky time coming. I love how this game, like, it's not scary, right? But what is scary is just that something's unknown, unpredictable, not quite understood yet. And so the fact that we're exploring these ancient civilizations and things, and you don't know what their intentions are, you don't know where they came from, you don't understand their technology, you don't know what this vault with the green light is that's giving you these memories, you don't understand why that is. Because it's just unknown. But for all you know, it's just some, like, cute little critter in there that's just like, oh yeah, they keep me in here because I power their city or something. And you're like, oh. You know, but until you, like, understand something, it's generally scary. Which is why it's really hard to have a monster reveal in movies that keeps the monster as scary as it was. Because normally once the monster's revealed, you're just like, it's not as scary anymore. And the only times that I felt like it stayed scary, even after monster was revealed, was when you still didn't understand it. You didn't understand by what rules of nature it followed. But once you're like, okay, it can teleport, it can see through walls, and you like understand all these things, it's not scary. And Rod says, whoo, turned out the light. Whoo. Yeah, maybe I just need to speak their language. If I go there and I'm like, whoo, whoo, or something. Maybe they'll be like, oh. It's one of us. It's my 4-eyed child now. Rod says, yeah, that's why they make monsters gross in some repulsive way. Yeah, that can definitely work. Things that are surrealist and surrealistic, you know, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around them. And it seems familiar, yet not. And it doesn't quite make sense. I think that's why most people don't really care for surrealism, you know? Hey, does Ninrot think I should try speaking their language next time? I mean, we'll do it. I'm gonna go do it right now. But we're gonna go say hi to old Buckaroo before we go into the Well of Soul. I wish I could fall asleep as fast as this guy does. And he's like the role model for dozing off. Standing upright by a campfire, just like, time to sleep. Which way am I going? This other way. And I think I want to go see... Well, maybe I was gonna say, maybe I want to go see the creature before I turn off the lights, but if I don't turn off the lights, he'll be able to see me really easily, which could be a big problem. So probably the only way for me to actually be able to hide once I teleport over there is to turn off the lights. That makes it a... Oh, shoot. Not here. And I love this secret, like you would never know that there was something hidden in the crevice of this rock. Didn't know to look for it. Okay, time to extinguish the place. Well, let me see. If I were to go over there... Yeah, like the lights are on in the house. So he's definitely gonna see me. So if I extinguish... Oh, he got spooked! He's like, who turned out the lights? If I extinguish... What do I have to be looking at? Oh, I have to keep going. It's taking the elevator. Hold up. Oh, no! Oh, come on. I didn't even mean to come over here. Stop. I'm not over here. I'm not. Jump. Oh, not here. Oh, he's coming down to check on the well. I can't see anything. It is pitch black. I see a... No! I didn't even mean to go that way. Whoo, it's me. Whoo. Oh, that was such an accident. So the minute that the lights go off, I mean, understandably, they're like, Larry, can you go check that out? And he's just like, yeah. Bill, let me go check that out. But we know the way to get there. Oh, all the doors are now just straight open. Okay, said we were gonna go visit the owl. We're just gonna go to the Well of Souls real quick. Uh-oh. Does that mean they're coming? Oh, that mean they're coming. I wonder if we should just follow them. Maybe they're not coming. Oh, oh my gosh! Little sneak! Concealing his lantern. That's my trick. What a joke. What an imposter. Okay, if I sneak past him, will he see me even if I'm in complete darkness? We'll try to spy him from up here. Where does that bridge go? Well, it's way too dark. I don't know where I am. I don't even know the direction I'm supposed to go. So I don't think I can go that way. I don't want to roast a marshmallow right now. What I think I need to do is if I go... teleport with the hand to the other side. Although as far as I know, that's the only place to get down that way. I think, but yes, if I go this way. Gosh. Man, the conceal your light button is on the most like inconvenient key in the world. There it goes. Ow! I was so sneaky. So wait, I don't think I can even get back down to where I was. Oh, I could just go all the way around. Can't I? This would be a lot easier if I could see, like, something. It's so interesting. I've never had a stealth game that requires you to be stealthy in complete darkness. That says, yeah, you actually have to get from point A to point B. But guess what? They know all the same tricks you do. It's like, good luck. Wait, but so if he's over there, then there's another one that's actually down on the ground? How am I supposed to remember how to go? I could look up at the sky. There, it fell in water. Shoot! This is a lot more difficult than what I was anticipating. Wait, do I have to wait? No, because these guys won't die in time. I think if I come in here... Right, go past the elevator. Is there a way for me to go back? No, I have to go around the other way, but I can't get there. And I'm pretty sure jumping off from this height will kill me. What? Why are you here? Hide, hide. He sees me. Oh, gosh, no. Hey, listen here. Yeah, Inrot says they don't reset. Oh. I'm gonna lose him on the raft. I haven't built the raft. I haven't... Ugh. So what if I go back in right away? Is he just right out there? Maybe this is a game of, like... leading them away, letting them catch you. Oh my gosh, he is! Come here, idiot. I need to, look at him tiptoe. I got him to come off the edge with me. I don't know if that'll really affect anything. Okay, let's go, go, go. Dang it, we can't find the door. Bad start, bad start. Speed run, speed run, speed run. We gotta get ahead of him. I was hoping I could just sneak past him. I just need to remember that the exit is right behind me. Okay, let me go set up the boat ramp. Okay, good. That'll still appear. Let's go find him now. And make him chase us all the way there. Then we'll have a chance to actually sneak in front of him. I don't know if this is the way you're supposed to do it. Come here, bud. Oh, come on. You're there. There you are. Come on, bud. Yep. This way, so you can even see my light. Where am I going? Missed it. I'm right here. He thinks he's being so sneaky. Look at him, I'm like, bruh, I see you. I'm leading you this way. Come here. Ah! Why? Oh. Why? Quick, doze. E, wake up. Right behind me. Go, go, go. Oh my gosh, we beat him. I have to have this on to see. I think we're like much faster than he is, just investigating. Wait, how do I get down to the... I went the wrong direction! Okay, we'll go down this way. This wasn't even the way I was supposed to go! But I think there's another guy. Man, I think I got confused about what I was trying to achieve. Please don't. Uh. Okay. I need to have my path set in motion. When the lights are on, I need to be like, this is the way that I go. Look at my memories. It's just me trudging around in the dark forever. Let's check what our ship log says. I can't believe it's taking us this long to try to figure it out. The secret well. Okay. A room full of burned slide reels piled next to a strange device. I found a hidden slide reel that shows a container marked with a glowing symbol being handed to a shadowy figure. Lights are extinguished, and the figure carries the container down into a dark well. Okay, and then this one... Oh wait, it's this. Found a hidden slide reel that shows a container marked with a glowing symbol being handed to a shadowy figure. The figure follows a procession of green lights through a forest to a candlelit building. So that one we're well aware of. The other one that we need to figure out is... I found a hidden slide reel that shows a container marked with a glowing symbol being handed to a shadowy figure. The lights are extinguished, and the figure carries the container into a secret passage behind a mural of a large tree. Okay, yes, I remember. Okay, that's right. But we're doing this one right now. Let's get her done. I'm not sure what the Deer Owl's MO is. I think they're just trying to live the rest of their lives happily in this simulation. And I think I'm kind of a jerk for just being like, hey yo, just coming in, surprising ya, trying to steal your secrets. And I think they're just like, dude, we traveled to your solar system. We had to destroy our home planet to get there. Incredibly disappointed with what we found. Because again, I think they were after the Eye of the Universe, which, as the Eye do, is like, you know what, you came all this way, forget it. I'm not gonna show you anything. And I think we're kind of being a little bit of jerks. Or, I mean, unless inside the vault they have, like, the secrets of the universe. Maybe they have, like, part of the Eye. Or something. Maybe they're, like, toying with powers they shouldn't be toying with. Who knows? I think it's just funny, our main character, who's like stuck in a time loop, he's just like, you know what? Got nothing better to do than learn. I mean, I would totally do the same thing. Just amass tons of knowledge. But like, I just think it's funny, he comes here again and again and he's like, it's me, I'm back. Just trying to snoop around your place again. Like, if I was stuck in a time loop and I found an alien civilization, it'd be kind of funny to just go there again and again and again and be like, okay. Let's see what they're up to on this side of town. You know, all those different things. So I think this is gonna be the one. I think we'll get it figured out. We'll get the boathouse illuminated. Figure out our exact path to the well. Pull out the candles. So if we go down here, if we take the elevator, let's say. And go straight. Go straight, we go into the water. But if we take this bridge, kind of a nice quick way to make sure we don't fall in the water. And then we're gonna have a rock here on this side. Okay, but this is where I think there's somebody waiting. I could be wrong about that. Maybe they're not. Brett says you have to use the light and be smart. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any way around it. You're not going to be able to memorize that pathing very easily. Plus, considering the fact that they're deer owls, I'm pretty sure they can see you in the dark pretty well if you get close to them. So I don't think, like, the answer is just to go right next to them and hope they don't see you. I think you should be able to avoid them if you're smart about it. Okay, jump the caution sign. Oh, what a noob. Okay. Oh, did I missed it. Man, you have to be precise about that. Wait, where does this take us? Oh, wait. Takes us up. Where? Oh, was I... Have I always just taken this elevator up? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, it's almost time for lights out, baby. Oh, I don't want these hands to grab me. Although I feel like there is something to that. Hey, who turned out the lights? There he goes. Wait, where's the... Close it, close it. Where am I at? a raft there. That's okay. This might get us there easier. So I don't know if we've ever tried to actually go to the well while they've been out and about. Okay, we're on the bridge. Oh, I got him now. I see why this is here. Oh, like an idiot? Oh, and I fell into the water. Okay. This is what we do. Play Ring Around the Rosie. But good to know that that light, as long as we like completely turn off our light, it'll be like, oh yeah, I don't see you anymore. Gotta go to the left. There you are. It slows me down when I just have to make sure not to... I'm there. I don't know if he's still on me. Yeah, we did it. Make sure he's not following me. Are there side doors that someone could pop out of? What is that over there? What's through door number 1? Why is it so dark? Oh gosh. Wait, no. How many of you are there? There's a door. Dang it. Not here, bud. Don't worry about it. And Rot says, now the hard part. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Oh, baby. Insert artifact. This didn't open because someone was after me, were they? Oh no, it just... I'll be taking some of these. Okay. Let me go get the other slide rails. Yo? What I'm looking for is the container with the code, man. I haven't seen that yet. And Rot says, huh, they changed that area a bit. Honestly, it was so hard to even see what that area was like in the dark. Hey. This is information that we know. Oh, hold on a second. So they see that the universe is dying. Oh, and that's why he was so afraid. So that we didn't know. We didn't know what they saw. Right. It's like, oh no, we're dying. He gets resolve. Of course they're angry at the eye because maybe it was the eye's like... So here they're constructing something. Oh. So those interesting devices that we saw. So I think they somehow wanted to prevent the universe from ending. And they tried to seal the eye or something. This is going to tell us a little bit more about, I guess, their ship. Oh, the bong, 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 bong. So what's that exactly doing? Has some kind of special effect. Okay, yeah, so that, like... Oh! If they are dead in the real world, they will not be able to be woken up by the bong bong bong. Otherwise, that was like a way for them to kind of return. So they know that they're dead. They must know. Okay. So they're aware that they're dead. And maybe they weren't trying to prevent the universe from dying, but they wanted to keep themselves alive. Okay. This looks new. This looks like experiments on their brain about with the fire and stuff. So it goes to sleep. Brain activity changes. The fire turns on. He gets teleported. Uh-oh. Wait. Let's see. He's alive and he goes in. Right, and it works. Now they're bringing in one of their elders. And the elder falls and dies. But he's holding a lantern. And the lantern lights up. And are we to assume that that's him? I mean, he has a little cane. And he's wearing the color. So it doesn't matter whether you go to sleep or whether you die. Okay. This is interesting. What if we died from the supernova while we were in one of the towers that doesn't get washed away? Would that allow us to live past the supernova? See if there's any more. Oh, baby. Oh, of course. Why would I have expected anything less? Oh, there it is. We're in this building. Hold on just a darn minute. Oh, Inrot says supernova activates the Ash Twin project. I'm not sure if you remembered, but the nova doesn't actually reach Ranger for some. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because we're not really here. We're just reliving it. Wait. So I have to put this in order to open this. Russ says this is the building you were obsessed about. Yeah, I know. I realize that now. Ow. Wait, where was that door? Oh, well. Have I done everything here that I can? Let's see. Let's go back up. I need to make sure I didn't miss anything up there. Oh, because this was down. Oh, right. There's the dude behind me. No. No, thank you. No. Oh, come on. The question is, did we miss anything there? I could totally keep going back there time and time again, but I think we might have found everything. So, some of the interesting stuff we learned was Anrot says no. That even if they were dead, if they fell asleep within even if they died within proximity of the thing, they could enter this world. Okay, drunk raft. Take me where I need to go. And we also learned that they saw that the universe was dying. And they did something about it with some of their technology with the eye. Maybe in order to try to prevent. Maybe the last step was, I'm trying to think of where that elevator leads to. Maybe that last area was where we needed to be. I think this is it. Oh man, I was hoping that I would have a little bit of time to figure out my game plan. Okay, so we're figuring out a lot. So their objective was definitely preservation. They were aware of the impending doom of the universe. Or I guess that solar system, but it probably affected their solar system as well. And so they traveled to the Eye, and they had to destroy their homeworld to get there. They figured we either stay here and die, or we travel there. And maybe can, like, keep ourselves alive. What was that? I always see the little probe. Oh, let's check the ship log. That was like a giant blue thing. Been an archive. A library full of intact slide reels. Hidden deep underground. There's a container marked with one of the vault seals, but its contents have been destroyed. I found a slide reel that shows the stranger's inhabitants analyzing the eye of the universe. Intact slides reveal the construction and launch of a spacecraft designed to block the eye's signal. Okay. I mean, I wasn't exactly sure what it was doing, but that makes sense. I found a slide reel. That's interesting, to block the eye's signal. I found a slide reel that shows two artifacts being lit near a green fire. The first artifact lights after its bearer falls asleep, and the second artifact lights after its bearer dies. Found a slide reel that appears to be some sort of error report. Shows an alarm bell failing to wake up one of the stranger's inhabitants. But I was thinking that was because they were dead. At least I thought. Maybe it was just... I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what to do with that information yet, but there's an error report about the bell. Yeah. So... just trying to think. As a recap, we found all the secret slide reels. Right? That weren't burned in the other area. And then they showed us these secret things. So now the other one, I'm trying to remember exactly what it showed. sure it showed us... If I remember correctly, we're in the forest area. Is that the one that's connected with the gorge? That I can't remember. But since it's easy enough to get from the first area to the next, I think that'll be okay. Even if we don't go to the location where it's right at. Oh wait, but can the raft get there? Well, the raft gets blocked in that area. Am I remembering correctly? I think the raft can't go that way, and that we have to unlock it from the other side. Let's go ahead and go to the gorge. I feel like these stilt houses are poorly constructed if the rafts can get stuck in them. That just seems like a no-brainer, like that shouldn't happen in a city that has like tons of rafts. Ow! Turn off the lights because it gets a bit rough here. We need to make sure that we... Boom. Go! Okay, I think this is the right call. Oh yeah, Inrot says it was the Canyon City and some walking. Wanna go? Up we go. If the deer owls weren't such a pain in the butt and just like allowed tourists and stuff, we wouldn't have to tiptoe around them so much. I guess maybe if their fear is like their whole life is gonna come like crashing down around them and they'll be like dead forever. I mean, that's a reasonable fear, I guess. A little bit more polite about it. What if, like, every time they grabbed you, they're like, "I'm sorry, sir, but you're not allowed to be here." And then they blew out your fire? Maybe they try and we just can't understand. I'm hoping that... I think that this is the right place. Oh yeah, baby. This is exactly where I want it to be. Okay, now we have to do a little bit of exploration because I need to find where the little... They have a cute little patio area. Okay, let's... Whatever this is. Oh, it makes a bridge. Wait. Is this the place we want to go to? Oh, I think we're just higher up than we actually want to be. Like, same place, just too high? Okay, well, I don't know if we want to come here or not, but let's... That says you have, really have bad memory for this stuff. It's kind of hard when I have to wait so long between episodes. It kind of like... It's easy to forget exactly which place went with what. Okay, there's the eye. And... Oh. I think I had to go down. Then use that eye. And. I don't know why I call them eyes. Okay, here's the place with the mural. Oh no, he's just watching the video. Oops. I like no longer believe I'm in the right. And Rod says it's a grabby hand. I know. I always call them eyes for some reason. And no matter how, I get angry at myself every time I do, because I'm like, that's clearly not an eye. But I like, can't stop myself. Grabby hand. Look at its, like, creepy little, it has some claws that, extra little digits sticking out of them. Over there. Rod says, I wonder if he will like it when you turn off his TV. I know, presumably. Okay, here it is. Right. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, I came, like, from the back way. Did I always have to come this way? Wait, I don't remember there being an elevator here. What? Since when was there an elevator here? Oh, wait. Okay, I think this might, just work for our benefit. At least now we have, like, a traceable place that we can go. Yeah, okay, so this is just the raft location. Okay, hold on. I'm getting this place and the other place confused. All right. I'm getting both those clues mixed up. So this one, we saw them by this little bridge. Maybe. You just see him being handed this. And all the lights go off. But we have to figure out where to go to turn off the lights. Did we see that in the clue? That's just gonna go back out that way. Okay. Here's TV room? No. Okay, duh, it's hand. That takes us across. Which we must have to do it from the other building is what I'm guessing. The turn off light. Up. Oh, Enrod says it was next to the stage. That's right. That's right. Okay, so like that's weird because I thought I remember that little stage area. Oh, here we go. Light these candles a bit. Oh, but now we're gonna have to figure out how to get there without them like freaking out. So think to between those two candles. Imagine if you discovered this before you watched the Okay. I think this is the way we go. They're freaking out because they're scared of the dark. Oh my gosh, no way. That's really convenient. Now we can get there super fast. Which way was the movie theater? Let's see. No, it wasn't up. We had to go down and across. But we're not trying to get to the movie theater. Trying to... Oh, interesting. We go across this way? Oh, no. We have to go down to even go across. Here's someone walking. Why did I come up here? There's nowhere. Don't mind me! We've like outrun him. Now I have to remember, how do I even get down to that place? So here's the big room. So we come to the big room. Right, then we came over here. Aha. No? Aha. That just takes us back here. Why is that important? Oh, because then we needed this, bridge, but the bridge is out now. Am I wrong? I can't remember. Oh. Okay, well, we know how to, like, turn off the lights really fast now. So we have to figure out a way to... The lights are already going to be turned off. And Rod says I was there and turned back. That was like one of the places that I can't remember how to... Some of the places I can't remember. So this is clearly... One of these is clearly here for a shortcut now for us. I'm thinking that should help us... And Rod says, okay, that one made me jump. Okay, so this just lets us get here really fast, so we don't have to take it, but it's not necessarily the way we need to go. Oh. Oh, that doesn't do anything. You have to get to the... No. Elevator is not the way. Come on, Chrysalis. And it's not by going up. It's right down there. Can I just jump? Oh, wait. Oh, because this door's open now. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Wait. Well, this is just a storage closet. There's nothing in here. Come on, game plan step by step. I need to get down here. What do I want to achieve? I died. Okay. So just jumping off won't work. So I have to get down to that room, but I'm trying to figure out the other ways that I'm supposed to get to that room. I must have to go all the way around. I must have to follow the hands. There must be a hand that teleports me to a convenient location. I'm gonna try to remember where I am in position to that room. It's over there. There's a movie theater. Well, I got there before. Yeah, but it was by crossing that bridge. Now I have nowhere to go because... Wait. Well, we got there before when the lights were on. Right, so let's take a look. I mean, I guess will it let me just reignite this? I was assuming it wouldn't, but maybe it will. Not here. Not home. This is too dark to see. Here we go. Where is it? Rick. Excuse me, don't mind me. I'm just trying to find something real quick. Oh gosh. Don't find me here, okay? No! Run! I must be able to relight that, but man, okay, that's gonna be tricky because they're all huddled up there. Because that's probably what they're nervous about. I get in that room and I'm pretty sure it's to the right. I'll have to see if that makes sense when... I'll have to keep my, like, directions in my head. Just don't want to jump off there. And Rod says, I panicked. I saw it, but panicked and ignored it. Can't remember how to get to that. Hi. Now we can just go straight. Jeez. Oh! Okay, we didn't do Ring Around the Rosie. Good enough. And I'm not gonna have enough time to see it when I do get there. The dam's already collapsed, I'm pretty sure. But at least now we have, like, a shortcut. I should have spent a lot more time here, like, during the day, like, really acquainting myself with these buildings because, whew, trying to do it at night is, like, in pitch black is, like, impossible. You do just not know the way by heart, you'll get lost so easy. Okay, it's not that room. Area. I don't know if Steve is still on his way, but we got Ethel up here. Oh man, the music started. Oh, we can relight it. For some reason, I was just convinced that I wouldn't be able to do that. And I'm not sure why I convinced myself of that. I just don't want you to be there. Adios! Did you see those jukes? Okay, now how do I get back? Oh, right behind me. That... no. Oh, wait, we don't want to... Oh, no. Oh, honestly, what I can do is just... right after I light it, it would just be easier to just get caught. Not so you needed to use the grabby upstairs. That's right. I just... Did I, like, stop the music? Or is this like I'm... Oh, there it is. Okay, we're 15 minutes over, but I say we just finish this out. Because, I mean, we know what to do and we can do it fast now. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like, all right, what did we need to do? Inrod said before the patch, the area would reset when you die, so it's easier now. Ooh. That would have made it a lot harder. But also, it seems more scientifically correct that it doesn't reset. Because they're just living there. And the timeline for when you go in doesn't reset, you know, at what stage in life they're in. It's just coinciding with yours. So it would make sense that you go in there and you do something and it stays that way until they change it. And Rod agrees. All right. Time for winner, winner, chicken dinner. Go. The lunch lady a little delightful little bonk on the head. It's actually like the most gentle landing we've had all stream. Oh man, we should have gone through the hole in the outside of the ship if we wanted to get to this area quickly, but I forgot. I miffed it. So now we'll just keep going this way. I mean, we get there pretty quickly anyway. Gotten it down to a science. We've learned don't put the artifact down once it's in our hands. It'll just get swept off the boat. All hard work will go down the drain. I mean, we've gotten smarter and smarter. And we're off. So what do I think is going to be on this last slide reel? Oh, we're tipping. I think we're going to find out that the deer owl I don't know. I was trying to think of a goofy, funny twist. It says best reels, the best stuff, mind-blowing. That makes me excited, okay. It might be really hard to leave off here, but we're gonna have to do it. Oh, go. Oh, now I have to remember... Oh wait, I don't have to remember how to get back to that little fire pit area. Or the little patio or whatever it is. The little stage. I can just sneak through. Super convenient. I'm just like, oh, what... Through what grabby hands and what stairs is it? If there were some more distinctive features, I think I'd be able to, like, remember it a bit better. My sister, who does gaming, would be able to do it no problem. I mean, we would play, the old Thief games, and I would watch her play them, and she would go through these huge maps. with like really old graphics, so they would all look the same. And they were just massive, and she would just like know where she was at all times. And I just have a harder time with that. I just kind of go and don't always take stock of my surroundings. Especially in video games. Not so much in real life. Have I played Dishonored? No, I've always wanted to. Because that's kind of like, along the lines of like those original Thief games. But then, of course, Thief number 4 is just atrocious. I've never even played it. So maybe I can't say that, but it's just like everything that I loved about the first ones and the lore, it was just all like, nah, we don't want any of that. Like, how can you do that to a game franchise? Maybe one day I will play Dishonored. Although, like, the thing I loved about, like, Thief was that you didn't have to kill anybody. You could just always, like, blackjack people over the head. So if I ever did Dishonored, I would do, like, a clean hands. Excuse you? Just like, what? Where did he go? He's gonna be right in there. Ugh. Hello? Can they hear? Oh my gosh! Okay, I come again. What a little pill. We figured it out, and now he's like, you're gonna have to find a way around me. Hey, bub. Listen here, Donovan. How did you get here so fast? Is he here? Where did he go? He must have been on his way. Just like he's gonna be down these stairs just like waiting for us. Okay. I don't know what he was doing there. He's not the one that's supposed to be here, is he? Okay. Come on, do the creep. Not the first one, it's the second one. Ethel's up here. Nope. Oh, wrong way again. I missed it. What? How did I miss that doorway? Hi. Oh, I lost it. I lost it. There it is. Oh, she's waiting right there. She's waiting right there. Go, go, go. Oh, I ran myself into a corner. Okay, she went back into the room, I believe. Okay, let's see if this dingus is right here. Oh! Ouch! Oh, he's running. Oh! He got me. That's okay. Oof. He better not be at the front now. Okay, let's go, boys and girls. Now we're on our path to victory. Oh, who's down here? Who's down here making cooing noises? He thinks I don't see him. How long has he been in that closet? When the lights were on, that door was closed. And he could have opened it from the inside, but now he's just been in there waiting. All right, here we go. What? I see you. Oh, walk? Okay. Oh, go, please. Go, go, go. Oh, he wasn't even close. That dude tried to be so sneaky. Whoa. Let's take stock of where we are. Okay, I think we're in that building still. Just a different place. Okay, I heard a door open. This is the one. What? Only 2 slides? Comes the dam, but the dam breaking, but that doesn't really concern us. I'm gonna save the one on the top shelf for last. But I feel like that's what it was telling me to do. I think that's that one. Okay. Rot says, GG, you survived. I know, I did pretty good, didn't I? Okay. Okay, they're sad. Okay, so... this is interesting. This part of the machine kind of looks like part of what goes around the vault. So maybe the vault does hold the machinery for their simulation. I don't know. Maybe this will give us more clues. This is more about the simulation. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, are we able to just put the artifact down? I guess I've never really tried. Man. And if we walk so far away from it... Okay, this is very cool because you wouldn't have really noticed this because it's so dark, you just never think, yeah, I don't need a light anymore. Oh, spooky. So what happens if we go outside of its... Whoa. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. What? That must have always been there. Okay, hold on. Enrot says the spoon is a lie? Are you talking about the artifact? Doesn't look like a spoon. Okay, yeah, this way was always open. Oh. Okay. You know where I think this will really be helpful? Oh, man. Enrot, how far away are we? No, we should probably wait till next stream, huh? Oh, look, I see him there. The question is, can he see me? He can't. Can I touch him? Ah! Oh! Achievement unlocked. Oof. Ouch, my bones. And that would be shocking if all of a sudden, like, an invisible person just started hitting you and you're just like, ah! You're like, okay, I gotta just kill him. Oh, I think this needs to be done. Oh, okay, let's just do it real quick. We'll go till the end of this loop. We got some time. Okay, Enrot says 30 to 50 to finish, plus another 30 if you want to see ending with new stuff. Okay. Wait, how do I... We need the elevator. How do I get to the elevator again? Golly. Oh, I think I go up this way. Whoa! Didn't expect him to be there. This would be a lot easier to just do from the very beginning, but we don't really have that luxury this time around. The dam's already broken. Don't got a whole bunch of time, and now we have to remember, we have to rely on my bad memory to remember, okay, where's the elevator? I guess that's true. Inrot says, so the cool thing is you can drop it anywhere and see new shortcuts. But, like, I'm gonna need it. Ah. You know what? I was like, I'm gonna need it to be able to use the elevator. But that's easy enough to take with us. Wait, it's this one over here. Man, I should have been walking off more edges. Oh, but I have to be up there. Wait. Dang it. Wow, there's like so much more to explore now. Let's go down. Okay, there we go. I was just like bumping into things for a bit. Don't mind me. If I go past you. Nope, don't like that. Okay, here we go. Here comes the end. I think there's a lot of easy shortcuts out of here, but just with them being all agitated, makes it like hard to be able to just freely go around. And next time we'll be able to just start from the very beginning area. That's probably how we get to the upper building, where they've been stomping around. Let's go down. No, we already checked down there. So do we do have to get like around this guy. Okay, we're about to be claimed by the walk into the darkness. Okay, so here's where this one is. Want to walk into the darkness this way. Or not. So I have to get up there. Okay. That's amazing. Weren't able to do anything with it at the very end, which is so frustrating. I think it does that on purpose. It's like... But I think we need to go to that place where it has the vault. Maybe even in the vault dimension. like below the world, but also like when you're going on the raft, there's that area with the vault that there's really never been anything to do there. That there's never really been that much. So that's one place that I really want to take it, and I think it kind of like drives you to want to take it that way because you're like, oh, the vault, it's so mysterious, and we have a few ways to go look at it. Forbidden Archives. Let's see what it says. There's a container marked with one of the vault seals, but its contents have been destroyed. I found a slide reel that shows the stranger's inhabitants congregating around a strange green fire. Intact slides reveal the creation of a simulated reality modeled after their home moon, which we had kind of already guessed. I mean, that seemed to be the only explanation for it. I found a slide reel that appears to be some sort of error report. It shows one of the stranger's inhabitants dropping their artifact on the ground and walking beyond its projection radius. Okay, so cool. Also, I just realized, in the subterranean lake area, I bet now that there's bridges that are going to take us to the other places to do the seals. So that'll be interesting. Okay. Okay, awesome. So, our next Outer Wilds playthroughs is Thursday. So not tomorrow, but the next day. And then I think we should finish the game. And it sounds like there's a couple of different endings that we can get. So hopefully the one that we get first is the best ending. I always feel bad when I get the bad ending. But I feel like, just by the nature of it, I don't think opening the vault's a very good idea, and that's what it needs to do, so. Alright, well, this has been so great. Thank you everyone who tuned in, for sticking around and lurking. I hope you have a great day and an even better tomorrow. And I'll see you next time. And Hinra says, you already had the bad ending. You broke the universe. It's so true. I also was watching my first episode, and I die before I even get put in the time loop. And then it says, you are dead. And I have to resume a new expedition. So it like ends your game if you die within the first loop. So I'm like, I've kind of gotten a lot of the bad endings. But alright, I'll see you all next time. Bye!